energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about any issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination. Folks, do you find yourself lacking confidence in public places? Would you like to earn respect among your peers and be well received socially? I've got just the answer. The Honey Hunters Team Store is your source for all the best looking t-shirts, hats, and accessories for you, your kids, and even your dog. Look good, feel good, fan better. It's always drip season at the Honey Hunters Team Store at Caramont Health Park. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination is in the gas house at the Honey Hunters Team Store at Caramont Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters Team Store. Ladies and gentlemen, as a public...
Craig Stem will get the start today for High Point in the first game of today's doubleheader. Stem, the right-hander, comes in with a 4.31 earned run average. He's been in 16 ball games, started all of those. In 100 1/3 innings, he has given up 111 hits, 52 runs, 48 of those have been earned. He has given up 14 home runs. He has walked 8. He has struck out 63. He's walked 26 and struck out 63. He has hit 8 batters. And hitters are batting .279 against the right-hander, Craig Stem. The Honey Hunters are going to counter with John Anderson. Anderson coming into the game with an 11-4 mark. He has a 3.98 earned run average. He has started 21 games for the Honey Hunters this year. 115 1/3 innings. He has given up 106 hits. 64 runs, of those 51 were earned. He has given up 10 home runs. He has walked 44, struck out 88. And batters are hitting .205 against left-hander John Anderson. We're inching our way toward baseball time here at the ballpark. We'll be back with the start of the game right after this.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
Hey, this is Brady Salisbury, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. Your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC. Your home for Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450 and 101 FM. WGNC, Gastonia, Charlotte.
Well, the Honey Hunters have taken the field. John Anderson out has picked up the ball, and he will begin his warm-up tosses. Anderson will be throwing to Alex Bach in game one of this doubleheader. And again, game two, about 30 minutes after this first game concludes. Anderson coming in with 11 wins on the year. Batter's only hitting .235 against the left-hander. The Honey Hunters have made a move here in the last day. Quinton Torres Costa retired, of course, on the 29th. And today they signed Caleb Bowman, a right-handed pitcher. He's had professional experience in Germany and Australia. He's also played at App State and started out his collegiate career at Spartanburg Methodist. So we will see if we see Caleb Bowman in the ball games today. Whether or not he's here yet, oftentimes they'll sign a player and get him right into the mix. Interesting ball game going on in the Atlantic League. The White Health Genomes and Lexington are locked up in a ball game, and it's a slugfest. In the top of the eighth inning, it's 15-10 White Health. And there have been, well, let me double check and see if there's any additions to that. Yeah, there have been more homers in the ball game. So there have been 6 home runs in the ball game already now, and we're ready to start here in Gastonia. Leading off, Michael Russell for High Point. He looks at ball 1 ball and no strikes. John Anderson from the windup. The next pitch again low. Ball 2. That'll run the count to 2-0. Russell played with the Devil Rays Triple-A team. He hails from Roswell, Georgia, Batting .269 as he stands at the plate. Looks at strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 6 home runs, 44 runs batted in. A right-handed batter against the left-hand throwing John Anderson. There's one that hit foul, pulled sharply, and that one went right down the stairs into the Honey Hunters dugout. They've got a fence all the way across the front of the dugout over there on the third base side of the field. And all the way to the right side of the dugout, there's a little area where a stairwell is for the players to come in there. And one on the left side, when they're coming up to bat, he found the one on the right side. Now he pops one up on the infield. His third baseman, Cole Freeman, comes in a few steps and moves over toward shortstop to make the catch. That'll do it for Russell. That's going to bring up Ben Aklinski, the center fielder. Aklinski steps in with a .268 average on the year. He's got 17 home runs, 65 runs batted in. He's got an OPS of 871. First pitch to Aklinski. He pulls it foul outside of third and down the line. No balls and 1 strike. Got out in front of an off-speed pitch. John Anderson rocks on the rubber. Comes to the plate 0-1. On the ground, slowly outside of first and down the line. So Emmanuel Tapia came over to take a look at it. And he went the other way. Okay, and already the lineup that I was handed said that Luis Castro was going to be playing first base, but it is Emmanuel Tapia, so we'll see if Castro will be the DH where Tapia was. There's a line drive into left field. Zach Jarrett picks it up and throws it in. And Aklinski is on with a single. So Ben Aklinski, first hit of the ball game. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jerry Downs. Downs 1 point shy of 300 on the year. 20 home runs, 71 runs batted in. He's got an OPS of 922. Beautiful day at the ballpark. Clear blue skies and sunshine. A lot different than we saw yesterday when the clouds just opened up and poured here in Gastonia. As Downs takes ball 1-0. Aklinski down at first. Tapia holding him on. There's a high bounder that goes past Joseph Rosa, who playing in the hole. But that went over Tapia's head at first base and into right field. So 2 singles in a row. And all of a sudden, the Rockers have runners on first and third with 1 out. And that'll bring up their cleanup batter, Xander Wheel, the first baseman. Wheel batting .264 on the year, but he's got 27 home runs and 87 runs batted in. Anderson from the stretch, checking the runners, coming to the plate. First pitch to Wheel, swung on and fouled back. Boy, he had a rip at it. Just got underneath it. No balls and 1 strike. To the first baseman, Xander Wheel. Anderson from the stretch, bounces one. Good stop by Alex Holderbach behind the plate to keep that ball in front of him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wheel got as high as AAA ball with the Twins organization. Hails from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Anderson with the 1-1 pitch. On the ground to shortstop. Reinheimer to Rosa to Tapia, double play. And just like that, John Anderson gets out of a tough inning in the top of the first. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning. No score.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos? Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? Uh-huh. We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brady.
We are heading to the bottom of the first inning here in Caramont Health Park in the first game of a doubleheader today. And they're talking about Bam's birthday coming up this weekend. Make some plans and come on out and see us. Wild Health Genomes will be in town. And here we go into the bottom of the first inning now. No score in the top of the first inning. Leading off for Gastonia is the center fielder, Early Rodriguez. It'll be Rodriguez, Jack Reinheimer, and then Joseph Rosa. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 hitters. And the first pitch from Rodriguez is hit to the warning track in right field for a long out. Just missed it. Jack Reinheimer will come up now, the shortstop. Reinheimer batting right-handed against the right-handed throwing Craig Stem. Stem working out of the stretch. Delivers high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Big swing and a miss from Reinheimer there. That'll even the count at 1. Jack batting .280. Spent some time in the show with the New York Mets. Looks at a breaking ball, high, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Jack with 52 runs batted in on the year. He's got 9 home runs and 44 stolen bases. Fastball right around the knees, called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Chuck Stewart, who's coaching down at third base, giving the home plate umpire a little what for on that pitch. As Reinheimer swings and misses at a breaking ball. And that'll do it for Jack. He's down on strikes, and there are 2 outs.
That brings up your second baseman, number 2.
Joseph Rosa will come up now. And boy, what a year Joseph Rosa is having. 317 average, a 990 OPS, 19 home runs and 82 runs batted in, along with 13 stolen bases. And I think he even parks cars before the game. Rosa, left-handed batter. Played AAA ball with the Seattle Mariners organization. Rosa with his back foot all the way on the back line of the batter's box, swings and fouls one back, and the count quickly jumps to 0-2. Stam from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch high and inside. Rosa kind of ducked out of the way of that one. Ball one. Rosa 5th in the league in batting average right now. Looks at ball two inside. He's 5th in the league also in runs scored. He's 3rd in the league in on-base percentage. 4th in the league in total bases, and he lifts one in the air to right field. And that ball is caught. So Rosa goes down on a fly ball to right field. And that'll do it for the Honey Hunters here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of an inning. No score.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends. GSM Services helps people live better through improved.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
PA announcer Brian Rushing just announcing to the crowd that Jake Skoll is the first player in the Atlantic League to hit 20 home runs and steal 20 bases in consecutive seasons. Jake did it last year and then again did it again this year. So congratulations to Jake Skoll, who's actually out in right field today. Quincy Lattimore will step up now for the Rockers to start the top of the second inning. John Anderson bounces one. Ball one, 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson rocks on the rubber, comes to the plate 1-0, and again in the turf, as it were. Lattimore is ahead 2-0. Quincy played AAA baseball in Mexico hails from Raleigh, North Carolina. Batting .254 as he steps in. Swings and fouls one at the plate. We'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Lattimore, the left fielder for High Point. Tyler Ladendorf on deck, and Michael Martinez in the hole at shortstop. Reinheimer scoops it up, throws over to Tapia, and we have 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. I'm sorry, apparently it is pronounced Ladendorf. Tyler Ladendorf, the shortstop, coming up now. Ladendorf batting .243. Right-handed batter against lefty John Anderson. First pitch swung on and missed. Ladendorf gave Anderson a gift there as that pitch was low. Swung right over the top of it. Tyler played Major League ball with the Cubs, hits one high in the air. Reinheimer going out from shortstop, being called off by center fielder Rodriguez. And early Rodriguez makes the call and makes the catch. So a high fly ball that goes to Rodriguez, and that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Michael Martinez, the right fielder. First pitch to him is on the ground. Reinheimer backhands it short, fires over to Tapia, who does a toe dance to stay on the bag and get him out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for John Anderson. And that'll do it for the Rockers here in the top of the second inning. Fans, you can get gassed up with your Honey Hunters as they make their way toward the 2022 Atlantic League playoffs. Game 1 will be at Caramount Health Park September 20th. Get your tickets by calling 704-874-1810. That's 704-874-1810. We'll be back on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number 1. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
This is
Jake Skoll, the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Get social with your favorite baseball team at Go Honey Hunters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's at Go Honey Hunters on all of our social media platforms. Your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC.
Zach Jarrett will come out of the on-deck circle to lead off the bottom of the second inning here for the Honey Hunters. No score as we head to the bottom of the second inning. High Point with 2 hits in the first inning. Gastonia looking for their first hit of the ball game. And here is Zach Jarrett to face Craig Stem. First pitch misses, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. 78-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Next pitch misses inside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Michael Russell's over at third for High Point. Tyler Ladendorf at short, Giovanni Alfonso at second, and Xander Wheel over at first. Mike Golino is behind the plate as Jarrett hits one on the ground to the third baseman Russell. Throws across, pulls the first baseman up, but he's able to keep his toe on the bag, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Great job down there by Xander Wheel to keep his toe on the bag and get Jarrett, who was hustling down the line. Cole Freeman will step up now. Freeman playing third base tonight. Hails from Metairie, Louisiana. Looks at a fastball over for a strike. No balls and one strike. Cole's batting .293 on the year. He's got a home run and 5 runs batted in. Of course, he's only been with the club a couple of weeks now. Breaking ball that hit right up the middle. The second baseman gets over there quickly and throws back, but not in time as Freeman beats the throw. What an effort by Giovanni Alfonso. He went far to his right, scooped that ball up and threw all in one motion. It took one bounce before it got to Xander Wheel over at first. But with his momentum going towards shortstop, there just wasn't any momentum on it at all. That'll bring up Emmanuel Tapia, the first baseman. Tapia swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls out of play off to the left. No balls and one strike. Big left-hander, Emmanuel Tapia from Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. There's a breaking ball that misses, ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tapia, 14 home runs on the year, 63 runs batted in. Been seeing the ball and hitting the ball pretty well lately. There's a fastball on the inside corner. Strike 2. Big shift in the infield for Tapia. The third baseman is playing all the way over by shortstop. And he slaps another one foul left and out of play. I was just double checking to see, that is Michael Russell over in the shortstop position. He's the third baseman. There's a throw over to first. It bounces. Gets away from the first baseman, but right to the second baseman, who was in the right spot at the right time. Freeman stays where he is. Giovanni Alfonso tried to fake Cole Freeman out on that one as the ball bounced away from first base toward him at second. He took off and ran like it was going down the right field line. There's a ball that ground ball that gets hit, and the throw goes to second base for the first out. They tried the double play, and the ball came out of Xander Wheel's glove at first base. So the double play is unsuccessful, 2 outs. That ball went to Giovanni Alfonso, and he tossed over Ladendorf at short. Cole Freeman on the play did the courteous thing as he was running down clearly out. He was in the middle of the base path, and he slid. And there's one on the ground, again to the shortstop, over to Alfonso. And that'll do it for the Honey Hunters here in the bottom of the second inning as Luis Castro grounds out. So after 2 innings of play, no score. 1 hit for Gastonia, 2 for High Point. And we'll be back with the top of the third inning on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
Online education is better with us. At Belmont Abbey College, we offer quality, affordable online degrees that fit your life and your budget. We're better because with us, our faith foundation drives all we do. We care about every student. We instill every degree with excellence and virtue. Plus, we're local, personal, and ready to help you thrive. Experience the Abbey difference. Get the better online degree with Belmont Abbey College. Register today, and you could win dinner for two on us. Visit GoHoneyHunters.com/Belmont Abbey to learn more.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555. Moss Realty.
No scores. We head into the top of the third inning here at Caramount Health Park. The High Point Rockers with a couple of knocks in the first inning. And Gastonia with one hit in the bottom of the second. That came off the bat of Cole Freeman. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, or I'm sorry, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the lineup now for High Point, as Giovanni Alfonso, the second baseman, will lead off the top of the third inning, followed by Mike Galino, the catcher, and then back to the top of the order, Michael Russell. Alfonso from Caracas, Venezuela. Played A-ball in the Mets organization. Looks at the first pitch from John Anderson, an off-speed pitch and a dandy. No balls and one strike. Alfonso batting .289 with a couple of home runs and 35 runs batted in. Next pitch is hit high in the air. Tapia is going back from first base, and that's going to sail off into the seats. Foul ball, no balls and two strikes. So Anderson has a new ball to work with. And Alfonso is back in the batter's box. No balls and two strikes. Anderson rocks on the rubber. And here's the pitch. On the ground to third baseman Freeman. He's coming in hard, throwing across, and just does get him. It's a slow rolling ground ball that Freeman came in on. And the hard charging third baseman picked it up and across to Tapia for the out. That'll bring up the catcher, Mike Galino. First pitch to him is high, ball one. 1-0 strikes. Galino from Meriden, Connecticut. Hits one on the ground to shortstop. Reinheimer going far to his left, turns and spins and makes a great throw. Boy, Jack, far to his left. He picked that ball up and turned 360, and as he turned, he came firing and got the throw across and put enough on it to get him. What a play by Reinheimer. So back to the top of the order, Michael Russell. Russell popped up to Cole Freeman at third base in his first at-bat. Hits one on the ground, a one-hopper sharply to Joseph Rosa. Right at him. He picks it up and fires across, and that'll do it. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for John Anderson. And down go the Rockers in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or gsmsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Find out where your Honey Hunters are playing all season long at www.gohunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramount Health Park, GoHoneyHunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is GoHoneyHunters.com. That's www.GoHoneyHunters.com.
Online education.
It'll be Alex Holderbach, Jake Skoll, and Early Rodriguez here in the bottom of the third inning. No score. High Point with 2 hits, Gastonia with 1. Holderbach steps in, right-handed batter against the right-hander, Craig Stem. Stem delivers a fastball over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Alex batting .253 on the year with 3 home runs and 30 runs batted in. There's a line drive right to the third baseman. And all Michael Russell has to do is reach his glove up over his left shoulder, and he makes the catch. That'll bring up Jake Skoll. Skoll, of course, the first ball player in Atlantic League history to do 20-20 2 seasons in a row, 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases. Jake batting .254, 21 home runs on the year, 24 stolen bases, and 50 runs batted in. Looks at a pitch inside ball 1 ball and no strikes. On the ground, up the middle, and that'll be a base hit for Jake. That's a situation where the shift that they put on for a left-handed batter hurt the team because Jake hit it right where the shortstop would have been. Instead, it goes in through to center field, and Jake's on with the second hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Early Rodriguez. Early hit a fly ball right field, hit the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat. Left-handed batter walks up to the plate as Chuck Stewart is down in the third base coaching box flashing signs to he and or Skoll. Nobody, or 1 out, 1 runner on first, Jake Skoll. Rodriguez, left-hander, looks at ball 1 ball and no strikes. Craig Stem staring in to get a sign. Now he comes to the plate and Early hits one off to the left, out of play. There'll be a ball and a strike to the Honey Hunters center fielder, Early Rodriguez. Herlis. Early. Stem looks over at Skoll and then comes set. Comes back to the plate with a breaking ball, called strike. Rodriguez is asking the umpire about it, sharing his opinion with the umpire about that call, but his opinion and a couple of bucks will get you a cup of coffee. Stem from the stretch, fastball high, 91 miles an hour, but about brim high on Rodriguez's helmet. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skoll with a lead away from first. He's on the way. He's off on the pitch. High fly ball on the infield. Second baseman camping underneath it, and he drops it. He dropped the ball. Okay, now they're saying that the ball came out of his glove as he was trying to make the throw. So in transferring the ball, it looked to me like he just straight dropped it. Huh? Well, yeah, what they're saying is that he dropped the ball as he was trying to transfer to his throwing hand. So Skoll is still on first, and Rodriguez is out. Now there's Jack Reinheimer. Reinheimer hits his first pitch right on the ground of the third baseman over to second, and that'll do it for the Honey Hunters as they get the lead runner Skoll. But what a strange inning. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning, even though there was a runner, a hit in the inning. Anyway, we're through 3, no score. Things that make you go, huh, on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Caramount Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means. Don't.
Drip season. I'm not sure I know what it means either, Brian Rushing. Live at the Caramount Health Park. Bob Woodard with you, trying to get on track here. You know how some days you wake up and you just don't feel, you're like in your bedroom and you go, where am I? Whose house is this? Well, we're at Caramount Health Park and doing the best we can. Bennett Klinsky, Jerry Downs, and Xander Wheel, the numbers 2, 3, and 4 hitters, will be coming up here in the top of the 4th inning for the High Point Rockers. No score against John Anderson, who, except for a couple of blemishes in the top of the 1st inning, has gone 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Klinsky singled in his first at-bat and got all the way to third base, but no farther. Looks at a pitch low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Jerry Downs, the designated hitter, on deck. Next pitch from Anderson is fouled back. Alex Holderbach takes the mask off just to look behind him. He didn't have to go anywhere because the ball was well behind him. One ball and one strike now to Ben Aklinski. There's a breaking ball from Anderson. That stays upstairs. Run the count to 2-1. Cole Freeman down at third. Jack Reinheimer at short. Joseph Rosa at second. Luis Castro over at first. Alex Holderbach behind the plate. Next pitch, a high fastball swung on and missed. That'll run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zach Jarrett out in left field. Erly Rodriguez in center, and Jake Skoll over in right. John Anderson on the bump for the Honey Hunters. No runs and 2 hits through the first 3 innings. There's one that's hit off the end of the bat right to shortstop Reinheimer. He goes to his left, but he can't get anything on the throw as he was going away from where he wanted to throw the ball, and he bounced it. Tapia caught it, but by that time Aklinski was already on first base. So second hit of the game for Aklinski. And that'll bring up Jerry Downs. Aklinski hit that right off the end of the bat. First pitch to Downs. He hits it high in the air in foul territory. Cole Freeman comes over, and he's got a play on it. He turns and throws to second quickly as Aklinski made a fake as if he was going to run to second base. So good play by Freeman. And that'll do it for Downs. Now as the first baseman, Xander Wheel, comes to the plate. Wheel grounded into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play in the first inning. Quincy Lattimore is on deck. With 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, no score. First pitch from Anderson to Wheel is over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. On the ground to Reinheimer at short. Tough hop. He picks it up, goes to second for 1 and across to first. And again, an ending double play for Xander Wheel. This time a 6-4-3 and a good play by Jack Reinheimer to get the ball out of his glove and get it over to Joseph Rosa at second base, who then quickly got it over to first, and it's an ending double play. We're through 3.5 innings. No score on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Since 1920, your home for Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450 and 101.1 FM, WGNC, Gastonia, Charlotte. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos? Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill.
To the bottom of the fourth inning we go here at Caramount Health Park. Bob Woodard with you, and Joseph Rosa will lead off for the Honey Hunters. The first pitch from Craig Stem to Rosa is high and outside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosa flew out to right field in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Next pitch again high, ball 2. The shift is on for Rosa, the shortstop, playing on the second base side of the bag as he lifts one in the air to left field. Third baseman going back. The left fielder is coming in, and Quincy Lattimore makes the catch from his left field position. Coming in and calling for it all the way. Michael Russell, the third baseman, was trying to go out and get it, but Lattimore called him off. Now here comes Zach Jarrett. One out, bottom of inning number 4. Jarrett steps in, slaps one foul off to the right and out of play. Jarrett swings through an off-speed pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. There's another off-speed pitch. That one sails low. 79-mile-an-hour changeup. And Jarrett lets it go for ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes. Another off-speed pitch. That one even slower, 78 miles an hour. That'll even the count at 2 as Jarrett steps back in. There's one on the ground slowly to the shortstop. He comes in, picks up, and fires across to get Jarrett just in time. So the 6-3 put out. And that'll bring up Cole Freeman. Freeman batting right-handed, batting .293 coming into the game. There's another single for Freeman, who singled in his first at-bat as he pokes one over the second baseman's head into right center field. So Freeman with 2 singles on the day. That'll bring up the big man, Emmanuel Tapia. Tapia hit into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first offering from Craig Stem. No balls and 1 strike. Two outs, bottom of the 4th inning, no score, each side with 3 hits. Breaking ball that sailed low. Tapia thought about pulling the trigger but held up. That'll even the count at 1. Stem checking the runner and delivers to Tapia, who pops one into the right center field. Freeman will go all the way to third on the play, and with 2 outs, the Honey Hunters have something going. Tapia hit that one right on the button. Giovanni Alfonso down at second base tried to react to it, and by the time he even took a step, the ball was by him. So a couple of the singles here with 2 outs. And here's Luis Castro, the designated hitter. Stem from the stretch. First pitch to Castro, low or over, pardon me, for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to the Honey Hunters designated hitter Luis Castro. There's one on the ground into right field, and the run's going to come home. So 3 singles in a row for the Honey Hunters, and that's the first run of the ball game. As Cole Freeman comes home. And that'll bring up Alex Holderbach, the catcher. Tapia down to second base. Craig Stem was sailing along here with 2 outs in the inning, and all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3 singles to put a run on the board. Holderbach now hits one. Second baseman goes to his right, picks it up behind second base and throws across to get him out. Holderbach almost squeaked that one by, but a good play by Giovanni Alfonso, and that'll do it for the Honey Hunters in the bottom of the 4th inning. But they pick up a run on 3 hits. They leave 2 runners. And at the end of 4 innings, it's Gastonia 1, High Point nothing on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number 1. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810. Your online home for the
John Anderson on the mound to start the 5th inning. 1-0 Gastonia, as the Honey Hunters were able to plate a run on 3 straight singles in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Xander Wheel grounded out to end the last inning, grounded into a double play. And boy, he's sitting on the bench going, what the heck? He's grounded into 2 inning-ending double plays so far. And that means that it will be Quincy Lattimore, Tyler Ladendorf, and Michael Martinez for the Rockers here in the top of the 5th inning. The numbers 5, 6, and 7 hitters to face John Anderson. Anderson's only given up 3 hits in the ball game. Has concluded his warm-up tosses. And now Lattimore makes his way out of the on-deck circle and into the batter's box. Anderson rocks on the rubber and comes to the plate. First pitch to Lattimore, a breaking ball that had him fooled. He swung right over the top of it. No balls and 1 strike. So Anderson pitching Lattimore backwards now, starting him off with a dandy breaking ball. Next pitch off speed, a little bit low, ball 1, 1-1. Anderson from the windup comes with a fastball, and there's a line drive into left field. It's going to one-hop the wall. Jarrett picks it up and throws it in, and he's going to keep Lattimore at first base as Jarrett threw all the way from the wall on a strike to second baseman Joseph Rosa. That'll bring up Tyler Ladendorf. Ladendorf flew out to center fielder Erly Rodriguez in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Tyler looks at an off-speed pitch low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler spent some time in the show with the Cubs. Hails from Park Ridge, Illinois. Next pitch, good fastball by Anderson. Over for a strike, a ball and a strike. Anderson tosses over to first base to keep Lattimore close to the bag. And now from the set position, he comes to the plate. Just low. Fastball that just low. You know, during a game, you try and keep track of what the umpire is doing. You hope that there's consistency in his calls, and he's been calling them low. I'm kind of surprised he didn't give Anderson that pitch. But 2-1. Now Anderson comes back with another fastball. It's actually in the dirt, but swung on and missed. Held on to by Alex Holderbach. Leaving the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lattimore with a lead away from first base. Anderson comes to the plate and it's fouled off to the left in front of the Honey Hunters dugout. If you're thinking about stolen bases in Ladendorf, he's got 7 on the year. Has not been caught yet trying to steal a base. So 7 for 7's a pretty good number. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. A dandy breaking ball from Anderson. It was almost a hard slider, it looked like, that got him. Another strikeout for Anderson, and here's Mike Martinez, the right fielder. Squares around a bunt, pulls the bat back, and the pitch is low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Toss over to first base. Lattimore is back on the bag. One run, 5 hits, no errors for Gastonia. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for High Point. Anderson comes back to the plate. High, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Quincy Lattimore down at first base. And Michael Martinez at the plate. Fouls one off to the left, out of play. Martinez back in, wig-wagging that bat underneath him almost like he's practicing a putt. Hits one high in the air. Tapia going back in foul territory, and the ball's just going to be eluding him. He turned left, he turned right, and then got crossed up, and the ball fell. So Emmanuel not able to get that foul ball as it was down the right field line. Joseph Rosa looked at Tapia and put his glove and his other hand on his shoulder and said, as if to say, that was my fault, I should have had it. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Gastonia. Anderson comes to the plate. A breaking ball, that's lifted in the air to center field. Rodriguez going back. He's got a bead on it and catches it. Oh, quite a bit in front of the warning track. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Giovanni Alfonso, the second baseman. He grounded out to third in his first at-bat. First pitch, he fouls off to the right, out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Native of Caracas, Venezuela, Giovanni Alfonso. Giovanni came in batting .289 with 2 home runs and 35 runs batted in. The next pitch on the ground into the hole. Reinheimer makes a diving stop and the throw to second base, and he got him. Goodness gracious, what a play by Reinheimer. He went far to his right, dove for the ball, came up throwing to second base, just ahead of Lattimore. What a play from Reinheimer. So that's going to do it for the Rockers in the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 on the Gastonia Honey Hunters radio network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSM-since-1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSM-since-1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Whether after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
Jake Skoll, Early Rodriguez, and Jack Reinheimer, the numbers 9, 1, and 2 hitters, will be coming up here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Gastonia Honey Hunters as they hold a 1-0 lead over the High Point Rockers. 1 run, 5 hits for the Honey Hunters. No runs, 4 hits for the Rockers. Neither team with an error. Skoll looks at an off-speed breaking ball from Craig Stem. 1 ball and no strikes. There's one on the ground in the hole into right field. A base hit for Skoll. Jake will stop at first base. And he gets a fist bump of congratulations from Jalen Smith, who is coaching down at first base now. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Early Rodriguez. Second hit of the ball game for Skoll, and Rodriguez lays a bunt down but pulls it too far and it rolls foul. So no balls and 1 strike to Rodriguez. He got out in front of it. Early walking back to the home plate area, picks up his bat as he's looking at the third base coach, Chuck Stewart. Now Chuck's flashing out some signs after he looked into the dugout to see what manager Goose Gazzo wanted to do here. Skoll at first base. Rodriguez with an 0-1 count. Again squares around a bunt. This time he lays it down in fair territory, and the catcher comes out to make it the play. And Mike Galino's only play is to first base. So the sacrifice works as Skoll goes down to second base. Rodriguez is out. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the inning. That'll bring up Jack Reinheimer. He was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. Reinheimer swings at the first pitch and sends it foul behind home plate and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Next pitch misses, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reinheimer struck out in the first inning, grounded out to third in the third inning. As faces a 1-1 count. And there he drives one to left field, but the left fielder's playing him perfectly. Had a big shift on. He was way off of the line, almost in the gap in left center field. Boy, that scouting report was accurate because he hit it right on the button, but right to Quincy Lattimore. So 2 outs now, and Joseph Rosa will come up. First pitch to Rosa is A ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Offensively, Joseph Rosa has been an anchor for the Honey Hunters. He was off to a quick start this year, and it doesn't seem to have let up much. Next pitch is high ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Get this, since May 1st, Rosa's batting average has not fallen below .316. Next pitch is a breaking ball that finds the strike zone. Scoreboard says 1-1. I thought it was 2-0 on the first pitch. Now it's 2-1. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Two balls and then the strike. There's the next pitch. Rosa hits it in the air. Center fielder is right there to make the grab. Ben Aklinski didn't have far to go. Anyway, I was telling you about Rosa. Is at the top or near the top of a significant stat in the league. His OPS has never slipped below 960. So Joseph Rosa, who just popped out to end the 5th inning for the Honey Hunters, has had quite a year as we head toward the home stretch here. That'll do it for Gastonia in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We are through 5 on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
This is Jake Skoll, the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Paramount Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means.
Okay, well, we asked a couple of kids in the ballpark here today what drip season was, Brian Rushing, and it means cool season. And the Honey Hunters are having a cool season. They won the first half, and they're leading in the second half of the Southern Division of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Have an 8-game lead as they stepped onto the field today. John Anderson starting the top of the 6th inning. Delivers outside to the catcher Mike Galino, 1 ball and no strikes. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for Gastonia. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for High Point. Anderson delivers one that is low, ball 1, or ball 2, pardon me, 2 balls and no strikes. Keep in mind now we're in the top of the 6th. This is only a 7-inning ball game, as it's a doubleheader today due to last night's rainout. Next pitch from Anderson on the ground to Cole Freeman. A tough hop. He backhands it and throws across, and he gets him. Goodness gracious, what a play by Freeman. That ball was hit hard down the line. He went to his right to get it. Was able to get a glove on it, and the ball bounced as it hit his glove, and he bent over, picked it up, and fired across to Emmanuel Tapia to get the out. One of those plays that you look at and you go, wow. So he goes out 5-3, and we're back to the top of the order now on Michael Russell. Russell 0 for 2 on the day. Looks at a fastball high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson from the windup. There's an off-speed pitch over for a strike. 1-1. There's a breaking ball that Russell stays with, but punches it off to the right, and that's going to go foul. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Anderson rocks on the rubber. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Russell has to lift his back foot to avoid getting hit. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson's doing something I haven't seen him do before. When he's coming in toward the plate, he's kind of hitching with his front leg as it's in the air. I've not seen him do that before, or at least maybe I haven't just noticed. But next pitch, it misses, and that'll run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. He kind of pulls his leg up and then drops it a little bit and pulls it up again. Come on, high five. Young man walking by the booth waving at us. If you're going to wave at us, we're going to give you a high five. There's a line drive to Freeman. He drops it as he's going to his belly to catch it, but gets back up and throws him out. So a couple of nice defensive plays for Cole Freeman at third base to start off this second inning, and that'll bring up Ben Aklinski, who has singled twice in his first 2 at-bats. Yeah, children and baseball, they just go together. Young man walking by the booth, smiling and waving. Of course we're going to high five. First pitch to Aklinski is high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Aklinski was in the Phillies organization. Played high A ball with them. Hails from Phoenix, Arizona. Next pitch is over for a strike. Two and 1 is the count now. Anderson rocks on the rubber, comes to the plate, 2-1, and Aklinski fouls it back off the netting. That'll even the count at 2-2. If Aklinski can keep the inning going, Jerry Downs is in the on-deck circle. He would be next. And as I'm looking at Downs in the on-deck circle, the thought is going through my mind, what a big man he is. He's got thighs as big around as a tree trunk. Aklinski fouls the next pitch off, back off the backstop. The count holds at 2-2. Is it 3-2 now? It is 3-2 now. I'm sitting with the data analyst for Major League Baseball. And he's trying to keep me in line. I wish somebody would. Anderson staring in to get a sign. And Aklinski steps out of the batter's box. That's 2 pitches in a row that Aklinski has stepped out on. Now he's back in. Now Anderson rocks on the rubber, and here's the payoff pitch. Check swing. No swing, says first base umpire Gary Keller. So Aklinski will draw a walk. That's the third time he's been on base in the ball game, and that will bring up Jerry Downs. Downs played Double-A ball with the Red Sox from San Andres, Colorado. Left-handed batter against the lefty John Anderson, and there's one on the ground, and that's going to go through into right field for a base hit. Jake Skoll came up throwing as Aklinski was on his way to third. Skoll's throw was just a little bit late, so Aklinski slides in safely. And just like that, there are runners on first and third. And now here comes pitching coach Reggie Harris out of the Honey Hunters dugout. He wants to come out and have a word with Anderson. So Downs over at first, Aklinski at third with 2 outs. Top of inning number 6, and a 1-0 Honey Hunters lead. "66 pitches for John Anderson so far. Reggie Harris back on his way back to the dugout. And Anderson will be facing Xander Wheel, the cleanup batter. Wheel with 87 runs batted in on the year. He's got a runner at third with 2 outs. The first pitch to him is low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson from the stretch checks the runner at first. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, a good breaking ball. Wheel kind of nodded his head as if to say, good pitch. And it was. Wheel leans way back on his right foot as he stands waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss at the next one, a fastball at the knees. No, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Sam Bordner getting loose in the Honey Hunters bullpen. 1-0 Gastonia here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs. A 1-2 count to Xander Wheel with runners on first and third. Next pitch just missed. Two balls and 2 strikes. We are off to the right side of home plate down the first baseline a little bit, and we don't have the advantage of seeing inside and outside on the pitches. As Wheel fouls one off to the left and out of play. The count will hold at 2-2. But if we go by what Alex Holderbach did, that pitch was very close to the strike zone. There's something been going on here at the ballpark, and I have wanted to mention it a couple of times and just didn't. This is an early game, and it wasn't a scheduled early game, so it's kind of like, okay, we've got to throw things together real quick for a doubleheader after the rain out last night. As Wheel swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and Anderson gets out of another jam here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, and I'll tell you the story.
Within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball. Find out where your Honey Hunters are playing all season long at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramount Health Park, gohoneyhunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com.
Back live at Caramount Health Park, Bob Woodard with you, and it's a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Honey Hunters holding the edge over the High Point Rockers. It's going to be Zach Jarrett, and he'll be followed by Cole Freeman and Emmanuel Tapia. So I was going to tell you, there's an interesting thing going on at the ballpark. Obviously, this is an early ball game as Craig Stem delivers a ball to Zach Jarrett. 1 ball and no strikes. Stem has gone all the way so far for the Rockers. So the rain out last night necessitated the double play, the doubleheader today as Jarrett grounds to third base. A good play by the third baseman Michael Russell, who went close to the line to backhand that and fire across to get Jarrett. And Jarrett was hustling down the line. It was a good throw from deep in third base. Cole Freeman will step up now. Freeman has singled a couple of times in the ball game and scored the only run. Anyway, so you make do and you make shift and what have you. As Freeman drives one up the middle, he's got another single. So 3 hits in the game for Freeman. And with 1 out, the Honey Hunters have a runner on first, and here comes Emmanuel Tapia. So the game starts at 3:15. Now, normally we've got some young men doing the filling the position of bat boy, but because school has started, you know who the bat boy is? The general manager of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, David Martin, has been filling in as the bat boy. He's been running out, grabbing the bats after the at-bats. He's been bringing the extra balls to the umpire. He's been going behind home plate on foul balls to pick up the foul ball. And you know what? He's a pretty darn good bat boy, among other things. You know, I guess when you're the boss, you just fill in where you can. And I've been amazed as Tapia fouls one out of play. The count is 1-1. I've been amazed at how many things I see Dave Martin doing around the ballpark. At the end of the game, he's out there with equipment and getting things cleaned up, and he just does all kinds of stuff. Tapia fouls one off outside of first and down the line. That's going to be a 1-2 count now. Luis Castro on deck. For the Honey Hunters. Freeman away from first. Stem checking Freeman. Tapia hits it on the ground, and it's going to roll foul. He kind of topped it, and it just rolled not too far from home plate, but rolled out of play as the catcher Mike Galino chased it down. Yeah, had he been trying to bunt, that would have been a pretty good attempt. Yeah, and the shift is on big time for him. The third baseman playing way over in the shortstop position. Next pitch is a breaking ball that misses. That'll run the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, if Tapia could inside out a line drive down the third base line right now, he could run for a long time. Yeah, that would get Freeman home for sure from first base. Pitch that jammed Tapia, but he pulled the bat toward him and fouled it off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cole Freeman at first. 1-0 Gastonia here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tapia on the ground, foul again. What is that, 4 foul balls in a row? 5? He's fouled 6 pitches off in this at bat. So Tapia making Stem work for it here. Now he hits one down the left field line, just like we talked about, inside out. It one hops the wall. And Freeman is on at third base. Good job, Tapia, hitting it where they ain't, which is what you're supposed to do, right? As he hits a line drive down the left field line. And had the third baseman been playing in his normal position, all he'd had to do was reach up and grab that one because it would have been right to him. Kevin Daskowitz is the gentleman that I've been chatting with here in the booth, the Major League Baseball data analyst, and here comes Frank Viola out to the mound. He wants to talk to Stem, and we'll see if Viola has the hook with him or if he's just out there to make conversation, give the bullpen a little extra time. David and I were talking earlier in the game when we saw Viola walking onto the field. He looks like his back hurts. He's kind of cocked to the left and walking them gingerly. So 1 out. Tapia at second base. And here's Luis Castro with runners on second and third. And that one hit him. Castro turned around and stared at Stem after that ball hit him. Took a few steps toward the Honey Hunter dugout and tossed his bat away and took his shin guard off. But now there are bases loaded with 1 out. And Alex Holderbach will step up to the plate. Holderbach grounded out to the second baseman in his last at-bat. Looks at a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Good stop by Mike Galino behind the plate. Otherwise, Cole Freeman would have trotted home. Freeman at third base. Tapia at second. Castro at first. Somebody called timeout for something. The ball got away from the bullpen down the right field line. As there is a pitcher warming up for High Point. Stem comes with the next pitch to Holderbach, and that's over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sam Bordner was throwing in the bullpen for the Honey Hunters. He is no longer throwing. So it appears to be up to John Anderson to finish this one. Next pitch, that's in the dirt. Another good stop by Galino. 2 balls and 1 strike. Anderson has done a great job so far, only giving up 5 hits in 6 innings. And again, this is a 7-inning ball game because it's the first of a twin bill. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That misses low. Ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike, and Stem is within 1 pitch of walking a run home. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stem staring in to get a sign. Here's the payoff pitch. High in the air to right field. The right fielder's shading his eyes with his glove. Cole Freeman is on his way home. Here's the throw. It's not in time. Freeman scores. So the bases are still loaded. Pardon me, the bases are not loaded. A sac fly. Enough to get the run home. Castro runs from first on the play, on the pitch, and Jake Skoll looks at a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The home plate umpire, Kevin Morgan, had diverted my attention for a minute. There's been a fan who has been very vocal as Skoll hits one in the air to center field. The center fielder's going back just in front of the warning track, and Ben Aklinski makes the catch. So that'll do it for the Honey Hunters, but they push another run across as Cole Freeman scores again. And after 6 innings of play, the High Point Rockers are down to their last 3 outs. It's 2-0. Gastonia will be back to see what happens with this one on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number 1. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Folks, do you find yourself lacking confidence in public places? Would you like to earn respect among your peers and be well received socially? I've got just the answer. The Honey Hunters Team Store is your source for all the best looking t-shirts, hats, and accessories for you, your kids, and even your dog. Look good, feel good, fan better. It's always drip season at the Honey Hunters Team Store at Caramont Health Park. Folks, do you find your
Well, John Anderson back on the mound to start the top of the 7th inning, with the Gastonia Honey Hunters holding a 2-0 lead over the High Point Rockers. Anderson is 3 outs away from a shutout. Remember, game 2 of this doubleheader will start approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. And John Anderson trying to close the door right here. It's going to be Quincy Lattimore, Tyler Ladendorf, and Michael Martinez, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the lineup for the Rockers. So apparently the gentleman that was yelling, and I thought it was somebody from the stands, turns out it was Frank Viola, the pitching coach from the Rockers. So he had been voicing some displeasure with the home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire, Kevin Morgan, finally turned around and just said, "That's enough, no more." Albert Gonzalez is coaching down at third base as Lattimore looks at ball 1 ball and no strikes. Anderson comes back with a off-speed pitch high, but in the strike zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lattimore shaking his head in disbelief that that pitch was called a strike. Next pitch is pulled foul outside of third in toward the Honey Hunter bullpen. One ball and 2 strikes. Now Anderson staring into Holderbach for a sign, and taking enough time that Lattimore steps out. There's been some cat and mouse going on between the pitchers and the batters here, as that one is at Lattimore's feet. He has to jump over it. Castro, when he got hit by a pitch, turned around and stared at the pitcher for a moment before he turned to toss his bat back toward the dugout and take his shin guard off. And now Anderson just stood there and waited for Lattimore to step out of the batter's box. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Lattimore goes down. So Anderson gets him with a fastball. There's 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th inning, that'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Ladendorf. High Point down to their last 2 outs. First pitch to Ladendorf, good. Fastball by Anderson, over for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Ladendorf hits one out to the right and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes is the count. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Michael Martinez is on deck. The 0-2 pitch sails low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. I'm sorry, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can you imagine being a batter, standing at the plate, watching a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, and then looking at a 78-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch? Then he comes right back with a fastball. It sails inside, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. You think it's easy to hit a baseball. Now take into the fact that they can throw curves like that one that struck him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, and there are 2 outs as the Rockers are down to their last out. Martinez has doubled and struck out in his 2 at-bats. The right fielder steps in, and first pitch to him, over for a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. John Anderson rocks on the rubber, comes to the plate 0-1. Breaking ball, foul tipped, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Anderson 1 strike away from a shutout. Swung on a missed strike 3, and he got him. That'll do it for the Rockers as John Anderson pitches 7 innings of shutout baseball, and Gastonia wins 2-0 in game 1 of this doubleheader. We will be back with game 2 in approximately 30 minutes. We'll try and come on in about 25 minutes or 5 minutes before the game and give you a wrap-up of this one and the stats and what have you. But for now, Bob Woodard saying, enjoy a break. Come on back and join us for game 2 as Gastonia takes the first game of this doubleheader 2-0. We'll be back in about 25 minutes.